I'm Dooney Bauta, and let's queer up the USA view. Ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, MacKenzie Scott, makes history. $45 million gift to Trevor project. Philanthropist and author MacKenzie Scott have made a historic $45 million donation to the Trevor project, the leading U.S. nonprofit focused on LGBTQ plus youth suicide prevention. The organization confirmed the gift, calling it the largest single donation in its 28 years of history. Scott's, the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, previously donated $6 million to the group during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Trevor Project CEO James Black said the team was thrilled by the contribution, describing it as a vital safety net at the moment of the crisis for queer young people. Black said the funds will use, quote, not only to meet the current moment for our organization and the LGBTQ plus youth we serve, but also to strengthen and sustain the Trevor Project for years to come, unquote. An estimate 1.8 million LGBTQ plus young people in the U.S. consider suicide this year, a crisis intensified after the Trump administration shut down the 988 LGBTQ plus suicide lifeline last year. The Trevor Project called the closure devastating and said that Scott's gift is a powerful step forward repairing the harm. Scott's total donations to nonprofits now exceeds $7.1 billion, with the net worth estimated at over $40 billion. I mean, this is, a little bit of light on all this mess that we're living, and definitely something that, number one, we appreciate, but at the same time, it's expected, MacKenzie has a history of being very generous to causes out there in the U.S. And I was lucky enough to be in Provincetown this summer for Carnival Week, which it was my first time during Carnival, and Faye was there. Mm-hmm. And the Trevor Project did an event, which is what they're doing right now in order to survive, because there's a lot of funding cut from these organizations, and we were talking about it before. And I got to talk to James Black for a little bit, and it was heartbreaking to learn that they have been cut $25 million just in 2025 from their funding. So wow. We were talking about, I don't even know how we're going to survive. But again, let's think about all these young people. We're talking about 1.8 million LGBTQ plus young people in America who rely on these services to call. And again, this is very important. We're saving lives right here, and we're providing people with assistance for mental health. And the fact that these organizations keep on suffering by federal funding cuttings is just heartbreaking. But again, like I said, it's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and see the generosity of people like MacKenzie Scott, and hopefully there will be this will become an inspiration for other people to come in and chip in and help with the Trevor Project, which is so important.
Oh yeah, $45 million.
Right.
I mean, the Trevor Project will be here for years to come. Right there with just that one gift that this person gave. To this person, that was just one gift. To the Trevor Project, that solidifies them for years to come. I mean, that's incredible. The Trevor Project every single year gives us these stats that are just so important. Nobody else does these stats, okay? But the stats are staggering. They're scary. They're sad AF. The fact that 9 out of 10 kids have even thought about ending their lives. LGBTQ plus kids. That's awful, and the Trevor Project is there to help them with that, The suicide hotline in the White House got cut, right? That was the one that was eliminated completely soon after Trump took office, right? So that's why this suicide hotline from Trevor Project became even more important, and now with these $45 million, that hotline ain't going nowhere. And that's wonderful.
Right.
And to those queer kids, I mean, I can't imagine being a queer kid right now, okay? When we were queer kids, people were hiding all their queerness, all right? People weren't on TV saying that they wanted us dead, okay? Now it's out, and they're, so for these queer kids, they're able to see that I am something. Somebody's still fighting for me. Someone is out there worrying about my future. That's what I get from this.
No, I think that's what, rich people, and I'm not saying this just to, put them down, but
that they can do with their wealth. She's putting this money to good use, and when you see, and some of them have done it, with women's health also, or the, cuts, like the Gates Foundation, the cuts in the USAID projects in Africa. You know how many people are dying in Africa because we just cannot provide basic, genetic drugs, that, had cut the transmission rate of kids in Uganda, for example, to 0%. There was no transmission of HIV because of the U.S. and the money that we were providing for this. That was nothing. It's like peanuts compared to what we spend, funding ICE right now, for example.
Yeah.
This is outrageous. We should be outraged, the whole country, that we are taking money away from this to fund some, like the Gestapo that we have going on right now with the ICE, with ICE in this country. And, that there are women like MacKenzie that can provide, to mitigate this situation is phenomenal. And the people like the Gates and, some others that are, spending their money more than her ex-husband, just throwing a, lavish, wedding in Venice, more power to him.
50 million
I know, he has so much money and he's just, flying to the space and whatever. Instead, his ex-wife is putting the money with the work it's needed. So.
And also giving him the middle finger while doing
That's
it.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Trinity, anything more?
I didn't. I wasn't sure that they were divorced when I saw the story, and I was like, well, good on Jeff Bezos for all the bad things he was doing to this. But now I realize his ex-wife. I have no comment anymore.
No, he married Lauren. What's her last name? Latina.
She's a Latina.
But
She's
he's
a
like,
real estate agent.
Lauren Sanchez. Lauren Sanchez this summer in Venice, this last summer.
Yeah. They closed Venice down.
Fantastic wedding. I mean, again, good for you, dude. But, put some money.
50-something million
I don't
for
give
that
AF
wedding.
about him.
Wow.